everyone. I hope you're all doing well. It's kind of yucky out today. I was hoping it would be nice so I could get outside a little bit. My lawn needs mowed terribly. So I hope you're all having fun and doing some things, new things, trying new things with your families and everything. There's really nothing going on much here new with us. So last week we started this new book, Fish in a Tree. And it came highly recommended, and so we just started it, and we know that the main character's name is Allie, and it seems like Allie's always in trouble at school. Her teacher, Mrs. Hall, seems to try to have patience with her, to help her do her work, but it doesn't seem like Allie likes school. She doesn't seem like she likes doing her work. The kids in class make fun of her. They call her dumb. They call her a loser. So we kind of are at a point of just kind of learning about Allie, the kids in class, some character traits that we could think about as far as the different characters go. The setting, obviously, is in school. All right, so I'm going to pick up where we left off. We left off with a girl, Shay, referring to Allie, saying about Allie, she's such a freak. And she was to answer a question, and you had a kid drumming on a desk. And it looks like Mrs. Hall was fed up with her and sent her to the office. That's kind of where we left off. Okay. Allie, huh? Everyone laughs again. She puts up her hand. Anyone else who makes a sound gives up their recess. The room is quiet. Allie, I said to the office. I can't go see our principal. Mrs. Silver again. I go to the office too much. I wonder when they'll hang up a banner that says, Welcome, Allie Nickerson. I'm sorry, I say, actually meaning it. I'll do it, I promise. She sighs. Okay, Allie, but if that pencil stops moving, you're going. She moves me to the reading table next to the Thanksgiving bulletin board about being grateful. Meanwhile, she sprays my desk with cleaner, glancing at me like she'd like to spray me with the cleaner. Scrub off the dumb. I squint a bit, hoping that the lights will hurt my eyes less, and then I try to hold my pencil the way that I'm supposed to instead of the weird way my hand wants it to. I write with one hand and shield my paper with the other. I know I better keep moving my pencil, so I write the word why, over and over from the top of the page to the very bottom. 1, because I know how to spell it right. 2, because I'm hoping someone will finally give me an answer. Chapter 2, Yellow Card. For Mrs. Hall's baby shower, Jessica shows up with such a big bunch of flowers from her father's florist shop that you'd swear she ripped a bush out of the ground and wrapped the bottom with foil. Whatever, I don't care. I found a bright card with yellow roses at the store, and a picture of flowers won't dry up in a week. I feel like it's my way of saying I'm sorry for being such a pain all the time. Max gives his present to Mrs. Hall. He leans back in his chair with his hands clasped behind his head as she opens it. He's given her diapers. I think he hoped to get a reaction from her, and he seems disappointed when she's happy. Max likes attention. He also likes parties. Just about every day he asks Mrs. Hall for a party, and today he's finally getting one. When Mrs. Hall slides my card out of the envelope, she doesn't read it out loud like she did the others. She hesitates. I know that she really must love it, and I feel proud, which isn't something I feel very much. Mrs. Silver leans over to look. I figure I might finally get a compliment for once, but instead, her eyebrows bunch up and she motions me toward the door. Shay has gotten up to look. She laughs and it says, The world gets dumber every time Allie Nickerson speaks. Shay, sit down, Mrs. Hall says, but it's too late. You can't make people unhear something. I should be used to this, but it all takes a piece out of me every time. As Shay and Jessica laugh, I remember how we dressed up as our favorite book characters for Halloween last week. I came as Alice in Wonderland from the book my grandpa read me a ton of times. Shay, in her shadow, Jessica called me Alice in Bunderland all day. Keisha steps up and Shay says, "Why don't you mind your own business for once?" I like Keisha. She isn't afraid, and I'm afraid of so much. Shay turns, looking like she's ready to swat a fly. "Like it's your business?" she asks her. "That's right, it's not my business, but it is as but it's as much yours as it is mine," Keisha replies. Shay lets out a small gasp. "Stop talking to me." "Stop being mean," Keisha replies, leaning forward. Max folds his arms and leans forward across his desk. "Yes, there's going to be a fight," he says. "There isn't going to be a fight," Mrs. Hall says. Suki's holding one of her small wooden blocks. She has a collection of them that she keeps in a box, and I've seen her take one out when she gets really nervous. She's nervous now. Shay glares at Keisha. Keisha is new this year, and I'm surprised she said something. Everyone's all riled up, and I don't even know how this all happened. Well, Mrs. Hall tells them both to cool off and points out to Max that it's foolish to root for a fight. Mrs. Silver waves me towards the door. What the heck is going on? Once around the hallway, I can tell by Mrs. Silver's face that it's going to be another one of those times when I'll have to say that I'm sorry or explain why I've done something. The thing is, I have no idea why I'm even in trouble this time. I stuff my hands in my pockets to keep them from doing something I'll regret. I wish I could put my mouth in there too. "I just don't get it, Allie," she says. "You've done other things that have been inappropriate, but this is just, well, different. It's not like you." "It figures. I did something nice, and she says it isn't like me? I can't understand how buying a card is bad." "Allie," Mrs. Silver says, "if you're looking for attention, this isn't the way to do it." She has that wrong. I need attention like a fish needs a snorkel. The door swings all the way open, hitting the lockers, and Oliver sprints from the room. "Allie," he says, "I think you gave her a card to tell her that you're sorry she has to leave us and go have some dumb baby. She's probably really sad. I feel sorry for her too." "Wait, what is he talking about?" "Oliver?" Mrs. Silver asked. "Is there a reason you're out here?" "Yeah, I was going to the boys' room. Yeah, that's it." And off he runs. "Can I just go now?" I blurt out, feeling like the job of just standing there is something I can't do for another second. She shakes her head a bit as she speaks. "I just don't get it. Why in the world would you give a pregnant woman a sympathy card?" Sympathy card, I think. And I think some more. And then I remember. My mom sends those to people when someone they love dies. My stomach churns, wondering what Mrs. Hall must have thought. "You do know what a sympathy card is, Allie, don't you?" I should deny that I know, but I nod because I don't want to have to hear Mrs. Silver explain it. And besides, she'll think I'm even dumber than I am. If that's possible, then why would you do such a thing? I stand tall, but everything inside shrinks. The thing is, I feel real bad. I feel terrible when the neighbor's dog died. Never mind if a baby had died. I just don't know it was a sad card like that. All I could see were the beautiful yellow flowers, and all that I could imagine was how happy I was going to make her. But there are piles of reasons I can't tell the absolute truth. Not to her, not to anyone. No matter how many times I've prayed and worked and hoped, reading for me is still like trying to make sense of a can of alphabet soup. It's been dumped on a plate. I just don't know how other people do it. So we kind of learned a little bit more about Allie. Obviously, she was trying to do something good, a good gesture for her teacher who's expecting a baby. And she does not know that the card she gave is a sympathy card. And I'm assuming you all know what a sympathy card is, and they explained it in here. She makes a very interesting use of figurative language here. She says, no matter how many times that I've prayed, worked, and hoped, reading for me is still like trying to make sense of a can of alphabet soup that's been dumped on a plate. So what can we assume about her from that piece of figurative language? We're assuming that she can't read. So imagine yourself as old as she is, which we don't know because it actually hasn't said how old she is yet, or what grade she's in, not being able to read. So obviously she's in a grade where she should be able to read. The other thing is, I was very interested in Keisha and how she stuck up for her when the other girls were making fun of her. And that has to be hard too, to stick up for somebody when you know somebody else is bullying them or being mean. So, all right, we're gonna move on. This seems like this might be a quick read. The chapters seem really quick, so we'll have to see where we go from here. All right, take care. See you tomorrow when I read more. I missed you all.